What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Darren and
Saria.
my little bum bum. And today we're going to be talking about interracial relationships between Middle Easterns and blacks, I guess you could say.
No, actually, Middle Easterns in any race in general.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it because it could happen to you. I'm joking.
Maybe you will fall in love with a Middle Eastern today.
Okay.
That was great.
Yeah. Anyways, Sarah's gonna go ahead and talk about a lot of the things that's happened in her life and how you could potentially better yourself and better the choices in your life as well. Go ahead, babe.
Well, first off, I just want to say that this goes out to the ladies more than the men who are watching this show, who are watching this channel, because men have more freedom, let's just say, in this culture. Women tend to be more subjugated. So I just want to say, be confident in the choices you make, and and show your parents that you're in charge of yourself, and you don't need them to baby you in every single thing that you do. And tell them, hey, I'm living in America. If you're an American citizen, that's cool. If you're not, like, times have changed now. We don't rely on men anymore. We rely on ourselves.
Can I say something? This applies to the women too that are in the Middle Eastern countries, or maybe even women around the world that are subjugated.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, not just like I guess people that are living in the United
Like, even
States.
if let's just say you're in Pakistan and your parents are saying, "Oh, you're going to get married after you finish your college in Pakistan is actually high school. Um, After you finish high school, say no, I'm going to go to college or university, whatever." And you're going to go and you're going to get that education, because in the end you want to be reliant on yourself first before you rely on any man. If you want to be arranged after that, that's completely fine. That's your choice to make, but make sure you become independent first and you're able to take care of yourself before you just have somebody take care of you, because that's the trend that most Middle Eastern most Middle Eastern parents start at a very young age for their girls. They have the mindset of being in their countries. They think that back in their countries, women aren't able to support themselves because it's just too hectic over there. So they don't. There's a trend where women are dependent on men. They usually end up getting married right after puberty, or right after they get their period sometimes. But that's not always the case. I want to tell you guys that you guys have the choice to make something out of yourselves. You guys have the choice to say no if you don't want something. And if you're an American, because trust me, I am an American born citizen, and I didn't know any of the rights I had. I thought of the mindset of my parents. I thought what they say is true, and they're all knowing and stuff, because that's what they taught me, and I was very sheltered. If you're one of those people, you need to know that you have rights here, and you don't have to do anything your parents say. I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm not saying don't listen to them, don't be rude to them. I'm just saying, if you don't want to, if they're forcing you to do something, like they're forcing a marriage on you, and you don't want to be married right now, and what you want to do is get an education, there are ways to do that. You can still go to school. There's financial aid. The government will help you. Just, you have to seek the help. You have to be that person. You have to be there for yourself. Don't rely on your parents for anything. That's
Can I talk too? And just know that you are loved. God loves you. Because God loves us all. And I'm not gonna lie, it has been difficult at times to maintain a relationship because of the situation that we're currently in. Sari is battling her culture right now. It's like she's having to choose between me and then the culture essentially. But
choose what's best for you, what's going to benefit you in your future. Tell yourself, "Hey, do I really want to be treated like this for the rest of my life?" Let's say you're an 18-year-old girl or 17 years old, and your parents are telling you, they're starting to talk about marriage with you. This is specifically for Middle Eastern girls that have conservative parents. They typically start talking about marriage at this age because they're afraid that you won't make it on your own, and when they die, there will be nobody to take care of you, and you're going to be homeless on the streets. That's what they're thinking. They think from their perspective, they think they're doing a good thing for you. But in this culture today, in this culture today, we all know that's not true. We can all make it. We no matter what, nobody's going to be hungry or nobody's going to be homeless as long as you're willing to put in the work. So get a job, make money, go to school, make money because you do get financial aid. You can pretty much support yourself on that you're if you're smart and make something out of yourself. Don't let your parents decide your future for you because the choice you make today, and if you roll over and say, "Okay, get me married because I want to please you," that's a decision you're going to stick with for the rest of your life. And even after you get away from it, let's say, it will still be a part of your life and you'll have to deal with it every day.
Okay, yeah, that's a strong like, rhetoric. Um, yeah, it's. I mean, being in a relationship with Saria, I can tell you that it's what she's saying is 100% true. Like there are nights I can't even explain. We actually have a friend. I'm not going to say his name, whatever,
Yeah.
or that person's name. But yeah, he said person. I'm sorry, said person was with a like Lebanese girl,
Yeah,
right? And
Lebanese.
yeah, so they were together for 2 years, and she basically,
She left him for cultural reasons. She was afraid to
yeah,
move out of her parents' house and do anything against her parents' will. So
and
she chose to stay with them because they are not accepting of interracial relationships or anybody who's not Muslim. So that's the main issue of most families that are
yeah,
conservative.
need I mention that you mean you're together for 2 years, and all of a sudden out of nowhere it's just cut off. You just break up. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not even going to go into the things that was done to prevent our relationship from happening and our relationship from flourishing.
That's
But
for
as you
another
see,
video.
yeah, it's for another video. But you see, God's got our backs. God's got your back too, and just take care of y'all. Just know you can do it. We'll be
Yes.
doing more videos in the very near future, and give this a thumbs up, comment because I want to see the different stories and how you guys can relate to us and your experiences. So go ahead and just give it a
And
like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.
and
There will be a
wait,
prank.
I want to say something. Okay. And I want to say this at the end of every video. Live life for yourself and live life to the fullest because you'll never get one again after this. After you roll over and die, it's done.
Okay, that's